YouTube's early headquarters were situated in a tiny space above a pizzeria and Japanese restaurant in San Francisco, California. But just 6 months after the site was activated, over 100 million people were using YouTube to watch videos every day. And less than 2 years after its start, YouTube sold its business to Google for $1.6 billion. Isn't that incredible? Well, I am here to tell you that it wouldn't have been possible without net neutrality. At the same time, at that time, Google had a competing product, Google Videos, which was the standard at the time, but was widely seen as inferior. If Google had been able to pay Comcast or Verizon or any of the others large amounts of money to make its website faster than YouTube's, YouTube would still be floundering over that pizzeria, or most likely it would have ceased to exist at all. Fortunately, Google couldn't pay for priority access, and the rest is history. That's how the internet has always been. Unfortunately, many members of the House have twisted this concept and are misleading the American public into believing that the government wants to take over the internet, and that is simply not true. One member of the House actually got up on the House floor and said that, quote, over the last 10 years, over $500 billion, billion with a B, of private investment has been made to develop broadband throughout the country. This is without any kind of taxpayer money. He's wrong on that point, but let's put that aside for now. He went on to say, continue on, this is private sector money being put into the marketplace to go and create jobs, to go and create the kinds of technologies that allow you to view and use all kinds of apps that are available on these kinds of devices. That was done without net neutrality. They would tell you that they need net neutrality in order to have this innovation. Of course, they failed to point out that net neutrality was not in place when all this innovation happened, unquote. Yes, it was. It was in place. That's the whole point. All of this innovation occurred while net neutrality was in place. We are not trying to change anything. We are keeping the internet the way it has been during this explosion in innovation. Now, my fervent hope is that this member of Congress was just horribly, egregiously misinformed. Because not only is his statement untrue, it is the opposite of true. It is 180 degrees opposite of the truth. Please, everyone understand this. I beg you. Net neutrality has been in place since the beginning of the internet. From the very beginning, during all of that explosive growth, the internet operated with an understanding that network providers must treat all content the same and must interconnect the pipes they have to customers' homes with the pipes that are owned by other operators. This was a fundamental design principle that was established by academics, engineers, and computer scientists who designed the earliest protocols for internet traffic. The FCC's only goal here is to make sure that the internet we know and love does not become corrupted and altered by a small number of large corporations controlling the last free and open distribution channel we have in this country. The fight for net neutrality isn't about changing the internet. It's about creating a few rules of the road to keep it open and free, to keep it the same. The fight for net neutrality is about making sure large corporations aren't allowed to put toll booths on the information superhighway. This fight is about making sure that the internet stays just the way it is: free, open, equal, available to everyone regardless of how much they can pay to get their content on. I am confident as more Americans realize what is at stake here, that we will hear from more and more constituents who will ask us to protect them from corporate takeover of the internet.